Would you join me in prayer?
我们一起祷告。
Heavenly Father, we come to you in the name of your Son.
天父，我们奉你爱子的名来到你的面前。
There is no other basis upon which we can come to you.
我们没有别的途径可以来到你面前。
We have no goodness of our own to offer you.
我们自己毫无良善可以献给你。
Our religion is dead and therefore
我们的宗教是死的，因此
unpresentable.
不能够在你面前得蒙悦纳。
We have only one mediator
我们只有一位独一的中保，
between you and us, and it's your Son.
神人之间只有你的儿子。
First, I want to thank you for saving me,
首先，我要感谢你拯救了我，
rescuing me
拯救我
not just from my sin,
不仅是脱离我的罪，
but even from myself,
甚至脱离我自己，
conforming me more and more to
使
thy
我
likeness.
更加的效法你自己。
Oh, what grace you have given unto
主啊
us.
你给了我们何等的恩典。
Secondly, we want to thank you for this church.
其次，我们也为这个教会感恩，
We thank you for your gracious operations among them and in them.
感谢你在我们当中那恩典的作为，在我们心中的动工。
Together we pray, sanctify us, O
我
Lord.
们同心合意，求你让我们成为圣洁，
Make us holy.
使我们更加的圣洁。
And then, Lord, I ask lastly,
最后也恳求你
take pity upon those who are sinners here.
怜悯那些仍然没有得救的人，
They are your enemies.
他们仍是你的仇敌，
They may be religious.
也许他们有敬
They
虔
may
的
even
外貌，
profess to be
甚
Christians.
至自称为是基督徒，
But their hearts have never been changed.
但是他们的心还没有改变。
You are not their master,
你还不是他们的主，
and they are not your
他
slave.
们也不是你的奴仆。
Oh, would you be gracious here today
主啊，求你施恩怜悯，
to open the eyes of he who is blind,
叫那些心眼瞎的人能够再次
whom the
打
God
开。
of this world has kept in darkness.
这世界的神叫他们瞎了眼，使他们做奴
Set him
仆。
into this glorious freedom.
哦，主，让他们能够经历到这个荣耀的释放，
Give Brother Larry and I utterance and power.
也赐给我们当讲的话和能
Fill
力。
us with your Holy Spirit.
圣灵充满我们。
Come and dwell in our midst and make yourself known.
哦，主来到我们当中，使你的大能
We
彰显。
pray this in his name.
我们这样祷告，奉他的名，
Amen.
阿门。
The text I pray the Lord be pleased to speak to us from
我们求主向我们说话的经文是
is Romans
罗马
chapter
书
6,
第6章
verses 15 through 16.
15到16节。
Romans
罗
chapter
马书
6, beginning with verse
6章
15.
从15节开始。
I want to speak this afternoon on this theme.
今天下午要讲的主题
Question:
是一个问题：
Whose slave are you?
到底你是谁的奴仆呢？
You say, I'm not a
你
slave.
说我根本就不是奴仆。
Oh,
不
Paul the apostle begs to differ.
使徒保罗不以为然，
You are a slave.
你我的确都是奴仆，
That's without question.
这是不容置疑的。
The question is, whose slave are you?
问题是，到底你是谁的仆人？
Let's read our text.
好，我们来读我们今天经
What
文。
then? Shall we sin because we're not under law but under grace?
却怎么样呢？我们在恩典之下，不在律法之下，就可以犯罪吗？
Certainly not.
断乎不可。
Do you not know that to whom you present yourselves slaves to obey,
岂不晓得你们献上自己做奴仆，顺从谁，
you are that one slaves whom you obey,
就做谁的奴仆吗？
whether of sin leading to death
或做罪的奴仆以至于死，
or of obedience leading to righteousness?
或做顺命的奴仆以致成义。
In America,
在美国，
the issue of slavery continues to strike a nerve.
奴仆的制度啊，这个奴仆仍然叫我们很敏感的问题。
Even though slavery was made illegal in 1865,
尽管从1865年开始啊，这个奴仆制度在美国已经非法了，被废掉。
the long shadow of its evil remains over our land.
但是这奴仆的他的阴影仍然在美国这块土地上阴魂不散。
As discussions of social justice surface,
当我们讨论到 社会公益的这个主题的时候，
American citizens take different views.
美国公民有不同的看法。
Financial reparations, repaying to descendants of former slaves, making financial compensation to them.
我们讨论到怎么样子对这些黑奴的后代啊，给他们经济上的补偿的问
It's
题，
now a political topic often debated.
现在成了一个政治上常常讨论的一个争议性的话题。
Slavery was and is a social woe.
这个奴仆制度，不管是过去或者现在，都是一个社会上的一个祸患啊。
And it scars a nation's soul.
这个祸患一直都在伤害着这个国家的灵魂。
In our text, the Apostle Paul uses slavery.
在我们的经文里头啊，使徒保罗就用了奴仆做比方，
He uses it to make the point.
他用这个奴仆的例子来传达一个真理。
That we all serve something or
我
someone.
们每个人都在服侍一件事，或者服侍一个人，都
You
在做奴。
either serve sin or you serve
你
righteousness.
要不就在服侍罪恶，要不就在服侍公义。
But before he uses the illustration of slavery,
在他用奴仆的比方之前呢，
Paul asks another very important question.
保罗又问了一个非常重要的问题，
It's a question much like he asked at the beginning of chapter 6.
就像在第6章起初他所问的同样的一个问题啊。
The question is,
这个问题是：
what then?
这样怎么说呢？
Shall we sin because we're not under law but under grace?
15节啊，我们不在律法之下，乃在恩典之下，就可以犯罪吗？
Grace is greatly abused,
恩典被滥用了，
and it's abused more in the church house than any other place.
而且在教会里头，恩典被滥用多过在社会上。
Mankind loves and hates grace at the same time.
人呢、既爱恩典又讨厌恩典，同时又喜欢又讨厌恩典。
In one moment, men desire that God treat them with leniency.
在这一刻，人巴不得神怜悯他们，恩待他们，
They don't want God to give them what they deserve.
他们不愿意神给他们当得的刑罚。
They want Him to be good to them even though they don't earn it.
尽管他们没有赢得恩典，不配恩典，他们仍然希望神恩待他们。一方面，
But at the same
但
time,
同时呢，另一方面呢，
they don't want it freely.
他们又不要这个白白的恩典，我拒绝这个。
They desire to earn it.
他们巴不得可以赢得、赚得这个恩典。
The pride of life that's in every one of us
我们生命中的骄傲，每个人都有啊，
wants to boast that he or she has earned God's
想要
favor.
夸口我们赢得了恩典，赚取了恩典。
If you don't think that is
如
true,
果你不以为然的话，
well, let me ask you this question.
那请问这个问题，
Has someone invited you to their home for dinner?
如果有人请你吃晚饭，
Before the evening is over and you
你
leave
吃
to return
完
home,
晚饭之后，你准备要回家的时候呢，
what will you do?
你会怎么样？有人请你吃晚饭，你会
You will have invited
你
your
会
host
请你的人
to be your guest for dinner.
到你家来做客，到你家吃晚饭，
Isn't
对不对
that？so?
礼尚往来嘛
Why？
对不对？为什么？
Why is that so?
为什么会这样礼尚往来？
Because instinctively we don't want to feel
因为
obligated.
我们很本能的，我们不愿意欠别人人情债呀。
We interpret someone's goodness to us as a debt to be repaid.
我们对待别人对我们的恩典，想要当做是一个要还的债，人情债。
Some of you are still not sure about that.
我们当中还有人还不
Let me
很
ask you
肯
another
定。
question.
让我再问个问题啊，
If you exchange Christmas cards during the Christmas
你
season,
们过圣诞节时候交换圣诞卡，
3 days before Christmas,
圣诞节之前的
you
前3
get
天，
a Christmas card in the mail from somebody you hadn't sent a Christmas card
比
to.
别人寄给你一张圣诞卡，你还没有寄给他的话，你
What
会
do you do?
你会怎么办？
You hurriedly run out and get one
快有
and
写
mail
一
it
张
to
圣
them.
诞卡就寄给他，还给他。
You see what I mean?
你看到没有？
We don't want to be obligated to people.
我们不愿意欠任何人的债，人情债。
If they do us a good turn, we
如果-
feel like we owe them something.
如果他们恩待我们，我们就觉得我们欠了别人一些东西。
Oh, we all want God's grace,
当然，我们都愿意得到神的
His
恩典，
undeserved goodness to
因为
us.
这是我们不配得的好处啊！神白白给我
But
们。
our pride will not let us receive it.
在我们的骄傲中，我们不甘心领受这个恩典。
We want God to treat us with charity and tenderness.
我们愿意神对我们好，对我们温柔，对我们慈祥慈爱啊。
You want God's blessings, but you don't want those blessings to obligate you.
你愿意得到神的祝福，但是你不愿意欠他的债。
You want to be able to say,
你想要说，
God, you ought to be good to me.
神呢，我该得的，你应该对我好，理所当然。
I'm a good person.
因为我是个好人，
I've kept the
你看
laws.
我遵行了律法。
I don't do anybody wrong.
我没做什么坏事吗？不做亏心事，
Therefore you
问心
ought to
无愧，所以你应该祝福我。哎，
That's the pride of life.
这就是人类的骄傲。
And don't let anybody fool you or fool yourself.
你不要自欺啊，也不要欺人呐、
That seed of rebellion is in every one of us, including me.
这个反叛的种子啊，在每个人心，包括我
There's
们在内，
just something in our fallen human nature.
在我们这个堕落的人心里头都有这个
We
本
don't want to
性。
be obligated to God, but we certainly want Him obligated to us.
我们不愿意欠神的债，但是我们巴不得他欠我们的债。
And all of this should tell us that we really don't understand grace.
这一切都告诉我们，我们不明白神的真正的恩典，那个白白的恩典。
God's
恩
undeserved
典是什么？
kindness.
是神白白赐给我们的礼物，
That's why Paul
我
is
们不配
voicing.
得的。
That's why he's voicing these questions.
因这个原因呢，保罗就问这些问题了。
He knows his readers are like anyone else.
他知道他的读者跟所有的人类都一样
And。there were some in the church at Rome
有些人在罗马的教会里啊，
who would come to wrong conclusions about grace.
他们对恩典有错误的结论和认识。
If I'm no longer under the law,
如果不在律法以下，
that means I'm no longer under its penalty.
换言之呢，我不用受律法的刑罚和审判了。
Then tell me,
那么告诉我，
why should I deny myself
我干嘛要否认自己？我
and
干嘛？
fight sin and temptation?
我干嘛要舍己，要抵挡罪恶，抵挡试探呢？
What difference does it make?
最终有什么不同呢？反
If
正
I'm under grace,
反正我在恩典之下嘛。
then I'm shielded from the law and its
那
penalty.
我们就不在律法之下，我就不用受审判了。
There were others
还有
who
另外一
were
些
on
人
the
呢，
opposite side of the question.
就走到另一个极端了。
They believed that law is necessary to restrain sin.
他们相信啊，必须要在律法下，有律法才能够束缚人，不至于放肆。
And they opposed Paul, saying
所以他
Paul
们
was
就
lawless.
抵挡保罗，说保罗是纵欲主义。
They misunderstood him
他们误解了保罗，认为保罗无法无天
and thought he was saying that now you're not under the law.
啊，以为保罗在说，现在你们不在律法下，
It doesn't matter how you live.
那你怎么生活都无所谓喽。
They argue
他们说，
that people will live haphazardly and not holy if you remove the law.
如果你把律法给挪移了，那么人们就会为所欲为，要干嘛就干嘛了，就随便了，
They
放
don't
肆
have
了。
any motive to be holy
他们就
if you remove
没
the
有
law.
追求圣洁的动机了。如果没有律法的话，
And tonight, those same two questions are in this room.
今天在我们当中也有人会问同样的这两种
There
问
are
题。
some of you that fall on one side of the question, others of you on the
有
other.
人会在这个极端，有人会在那个极端，会问这个问题，会问那个两种问题。
Paul's answer in verse 16 explains
所以保罗在16节的答案呢，给了我
that
们，
releasing the Christian from the dominion of the law
他把基督徒从律法的捆绑之下释放出来，
actually sets people free to be holy.
其实是把人释放了、解脱了，好叫他们可以过圣洁
Now
的
listen
生活。
carefully.
好，注意听啊！
If you want to have relationship with God based upon the law,
如果你要靠着律法跟神建立关系的话，
then the law says you cannot break one of those
那
laws.
律法的要求是你要万无一失，
Break one.
十全十美。你如果
Broken
触
them
犯了一条，就触犯了所有的律法，
Now,
一条上跌倒。
how many of you want to stand
Uchigo.
before God on that
好
basis?
多少人愿意在这样的条件下站在神面前？
It means you all have to be as perfect as God.
那意味着你必须跟神一样完全十全十美。
This is not your standard of goodness.
这不是你的良好的标准啊，不是你的美善的要求。
The law is
Nice.
God's standard.
律法是神的标准，神的要求。
A very reflection of his own holy nature and character.
神的律法 彰显了他的圣洁的品格，他的属性。
By that standard, nobody can be holy.
借着他的标准，没有人能够十全十美，都有瑕疵。
But here's the good news of the gospel.
但是福音这个好消息好在哪儿呢？
This is why Brother Larry and I are here this
这是
afternoon.
我们今天站在这里的原因。
We're here to tell you,
我们在这要告诉你的好消息。
God does not require you to stand before Him on the basis of the law.
神不要求你按着律法的要求来到他面前，
He requires a relationship with you by grace through faith.
他要求你凭着信心，靠着他的恩典，能够跟他建立一个关系，来到他面前。
Because
因为
in Christ Jesus, you have already complied with the law.
因为在耶稣基督，你已经成全了律法的要求，
You understand?
明白吗？
Jesus came to this earth,
耶稣来到世上，
born of a woman,
由女子所生，
born under the law.
生在律法以下。
His relationship with God was based upon his obedience to the law.
他跟神的关系是根据他跟律法的关系，
And unlike any human being ever,
不像世上任何其他的人类。
he kept the law in every point.
耶稣基督十全十美，万无一失，遵行了律法
fulfilled it
100%。
for us.
他为我们成全了律
He
法，
did it for you.
他为你我成全了律法，遵
And
行
when
了
he
律法。
died on the cross,
当他死在十字架上的时候，
God could place on him, this innocent man,
神可以在这位无罪的人身上，
this perfect man,
这位完美的人身上，
all of our transgressions
我
and
们
sins,
所有的过犯和罪孽都放在他身上。
punish him in our place.
神惩罚了他，代替了我们。
So that if you will trust in
所
that
以只要
fact,
你信靠这个事实，
commit yourself to Jesus
把
Christ,
自己委身于耶稣基督，
all of his perfect obedience to the law is
他完
given to
全
you.
他的完全顺服律法，他的义就会加在你身上，
You
就
have
白白赐给你。
fulfilled the law in
你
Jesus.
在耶稣基督里，你就成全了律法。
Now,
好，现在
listen,
注意听啊，
you're free to live not by the law,
你现在就得释放得自由，
by the almighty power of God that dwells in every Christian.
不是靠律法，乃是靠着神的大能住在每个基督徒里面的大能，能够成全律法。
This is the good news of the gospel.
这就是福音的好消息。
That God does not ask you to live holy by your own strength and
神
power.
不是
No.
叫你靠着你自己的肉体，靠着你的努力，活出一个圣洁的生活来，不，
He invests himself in people like you and me.
而是他在像你我这样的人身上投资了，
He comes and dwells within
把
us.
他自己赐给我们，他住在我们里面，
And he empowers us. That's
而
what
且
grace
赐给我们
does.
能力，这就是恩典，恩典的果效。
Paul is
带来
saying
能
in
力
our text
保罗在这节经文告诉我们，
that his grace
他的恩典，
will actually ensure your submission to God's will.
他的恩典可以保证我们会顺服他的旨意的。
So, beloved,
所以，亲爱的弟兄姊妹，
a low and cheap view of grace is not the answer.
一个廉价的恩典不是我们的出路。
Much of what is called Christianity today is not biblical.
今天所谓的基督教，很多都不是合乎圣经的，
It is not based upon what Jesus died and rose again for.
不是根据圣经里的福音，耶稣我们从死里复活，不是根据
Most
圣
of
经。
what's called Christianity today has a very narrow and low view of grace.
今天所谓的基督教，很多教会对恩典有一个低估，对恩典有一个错误的认识，廉价的恩典，贬
And
低
I'm
了恩典。
describing some of you in this room. I'm describing some of you now.
现在也许我讲的就是我们当中有
Your
些
view
人
of
哦，
grace
你对恩典的认识，也
is
许你们
that you can simply ask Jesus
你
to come
认
into
为
your
你
heart
可以邀请耶稣到你心
and forgive
里
you of
来
your sins.
赦免你的罪恶，
and
然后
now positionally
然后地
you're
位
okay
上
with
来
God.
说你被神悦纳了，没问题了。
But you don't have to obey him.
但你没有必要继续遵守他的诫命。没听
You've already taken care of your salvation. It's finished, it's
神已
done.
经拯救你啦，一次得救，永远得救
You can now
啦。
continue to
现
pursue life
在
as you
你
choose
可以为所欲为，你可以成全你自己的理
because
想
you're
啦，
under grace.
因为你在恩典之下了嘛。
It takes a truth and perverts it.
这是把一个真理扭曲啦。
Others of you,
还有一些人，我们当中啊，
you're just exactly the opposite.
你恰恰相反，
You believe that grace nullifies, cancels out obedience to God's
你
commands.
你认为恩典把神的律法、神的诫命全部都取消了
And if a man like myself comes into this place
啊？像我这样的人来到这个地方讲道，
telling you that if you really believe in grace,
告诉你，如果你真的相信恩典的话
you，will obey God.
你一定会顺服神的。
You say, oh, that's works.
你说这是靠行为得救，
You're trying to tell us we're saved by what we do or don't do.
你告诉我要靠着我做什么不做什么才能得救，靠律法。
No, I'm not.
不，我不是在教导律法主义。
Biblical grace is not opposed to the action of good works.
合乎圣经的恩典不反对善行的结果。
Grace is not opposed to good deeds.
恩典和善行不是彼此矛盾的。
Here is what grace is opposed.
恩典，真正的恩典反对什么呢？
It is opposed to the attitude
反对这样的态度。什么样的态度呢？
that good works gains God's favor.
就是好行为、善行能够赚取神的悦纳的态度。
You cannot let your eternity rest on the fact that you prayed a prayer.
你不能让你的永恒的归宿基于我做了个祷告主啊进到我心里。不，
Here's why.
为什么？
Biblical grace gives what it commands.
真正合乎圣经的恩典会赐给你他所要求的。
Another way to say it is this
换言之可以这么讲，
grace empowers you to do what God commands.
恩典会给你能力来成全神的吩咐和诫命。
Look at verse 16. in
看
our
看
text.
16节我们今天的经文16节，
Do you not know?
岂不晓得？
Do you not know?
你难道不知道吗？
Paul is saying this should be common knowledge among Christians.
保罗说，基督徒理所当然应该知道。
Once again, Paul reminds us of the importance of doctrine.
再一次保罗告诉他们这个教义的重要性，这是你们当知道的常识。
You say you're a Christian,
你们是基督徒了，他说，
but you never study this book.
但你没有好好的考察这本书，圣经。
How do you even know who God is without this book?
没有这本书，你怎么能够认识神是谁呢？
How do you know what God requires of you without this
没
book?
有这本书，你怎么知道神对你的要求是什么呢？
God has given us the revelation of His will and heart
神把他的旨意、把他的心意向我们都显明出来了，
so that we can know Him.
好叫我们可以晓得他、认识他。
You've got to know what God has said.
你必须要明白神的旨意他说了什么话，
Can't live what you don't know.
否则你没法活出来。
Do you not know
岂不晓得
that to whom you present yourselves slaves to obey,
你们献上自己做奴仆，顺从谁？
you are that one
就
slaves whom you obey,
谁的奴仆吗？
whether of sin leading to death
或做罪的奴仆以至于死，
or of obedience leading to righteousness.
或做顺命的奴仆以至于成义。
In other words,
换言之，
grace empowers us
恩典给我们能力，
to present ourselves to God in
好叫
obedience,
好叫我们可以顺从神，把自己献给神，
which leads to righteousness.
以导致成义。
He's not talking about earning your salvation.
他讲的不是靠你的行为来赢得神的救恩不是的。
He's already declared you righteous
因为他
in
已经
justification.
在称义的时候宣告你为义了，
That's what we were talking about a few moments ago.
这是我们刚刚讲的。
The good news is,
这好消息乃是，
if you put your confidence in Jesus Christ,
这福音是你信靠了耶稣基督，
God
神
takes
就
you, a sinner,
把你这个罪人啊，
someone who can't keep the laws of God
这个
perfectly,
不能够完全顺服神律法的一个罪
and
人，
he declares you
然后
righteous
他宣告你是义的，
as if you had obeyed
就
perfectly.
好像你已经完全顺服他律法一样。
So Paul's not talking about the initial declaration of being right before God.
现保罗讲的不是起初那个宣告为义、称为
That
义，
happens at conversion.
那是在我们归信的时候已经
He's here now talking
已经
about
成全了，成义。
everyday righteousness,
他讲的乃是每一天活出公义的生活，
living in obedience to
每
God.
天顺服神的旨意，这个义。
And therefore he says,
因此他说，
the way you live
你的生活
proves who your master is.
证明了你的主是谁，
How you live proves who you serve.
你的生活方式证明了到底你在服侍谁，谁是你的主。
Now, once again, I need to make sure you do not misunderstand.
再次我要讲清楚，免得你误会。
Your eternity depends on you understanding what I'm saying.
你的永恒的归宿跟这个息息相
I'm
关
not。saying your conduct saves you.
我不是说你的行为能够拯救你啊，不，
You're not saved whether you perform good or not.
不管你行得好，行得不好，你不能够靠你的行为得救。
Nor am I saying that a Christian always obeys God.
我也不是说一个基督徒总是100%十全十美顺服神啊，不，
I wish I could say
我
that.
巴
was
不得
true.
我可以那么说，但是
How many believers here could also agree, oh, I wish I perfectly obeyed?
多少的基督徒也承认，我巴不得我完全顺服，对不对？
But even the Bible warns us against saying that we perfectly obey.
甚至圣经都警告我们不要自以为义哦，以为
Because
你
we
完全
don't.
顺服了，因为我们办不到，
Not all of the time.
我们总是有偶尔的软弱。
The Apostle John, in his
使
first
徒
epistle,
约翰在他的约翰一书里头，第一封书信里头，他
chapter
说到
1, verse 10,
第1章第10节，他说到，
he says, if we say we have not sinned,
如果我们说自己没有罪，
we make him, God, a liar,
我们便是以神为说谎的，
and his word is not in us.
他的道也不在我们心里了。
Christians, we do sin.
基督徒，我们的确，我们
So
也许
that's
会
not
犯
what
罪，
Paul is saying, that we don't
所以
sin.
这不是保罗的意思啊，他没有说我们基督徒不犯罪了，永远不
What
会
he
犯，
is saying is
他
this.
乃是在告诉我们，
A Christian
一个基督徒
does not practice a lifestyle of sin.
不会有一个继续犯罪的生活方式。
Indeed,
当然。
he or she cannot do so.
他绝对不可能继续这样子活在罪中，一种生活方式办不到。
He's already established that fact in the preceding text.
在前面的经文，他
We've covered that this weekend.
已经证明了，我们这个礼拜这个周末已经讲过了。
He's saying no more nor less than what the Apostle John said.
他所说的话跟使徒约翰是不谋而合的。
Look at 1 John chapter
我们再
3,
看
verse 9.
第3章第9节，约翰一书啊，使徒
1 John
约翰说
3:9
3章9节，
Whoever has been born of God.
凡从神生的，就
Are you listening?
你在听吗？凡从神生的，
Whoever's born of God
凡从神生的，
does not
就
sin.
什么？不犯罪。
Michael, you said, Paul said, that the Christian still does sin.
哎，你不是刚刚你不是说了吗？基督徒会犯罪吗？
John says,
但约翰说，
born of God, meaning the Christian does not
凡
sin.
从神生的那个真基督徒就
wait a minute.
不犯罪。等会儿，
We just read in 1 John 1:10.
我们刚刚读了约翰一书1章10节，对不对？
If we say we don't sin,
如果我们说我们自己没有罪，
truth's not in us.
真理就不在我们里头，我们把
So your
以神做
problem's
说
not
谎，
with me.
所以不是我的问题啊，
It's with John.
是约翰说的，不
What
是
do
我
you
说的。
mean, John?
约翰，你到底在说什么啊？
But evidently the word sin
很
in
明显，
chapter 1
第1章的那个犯罪啊，
means something different than the word sin here in chapter
跟
3.
3章9节的那个犯罪不一样，对不对？1
In
章10节，
fact, in chapter 3,
其实在第3章啊，
it's in the present tense,
这个犯罪是现在
which
式，
means
这个意味着
continually,
继续不
habitually
断的
practice
习
sin.
惯性的继续犯罪。
And
不
so
断
what
犯
he really means
所
is
以他的意思在这里啊，3章9节，
the true Christian
一个
does
真正
not
基督徒
consistently live a lifestyle of rebellion.
不会继续的活在反叛悖逆当中，像一个习惯一样，一种生活方式，习惯继续犯罪，不可
Let's
能。
continue reading.
我们继续看，
For his God's seed remains in him.
因为神的道在
Listen.
存在他心里。 注意听啊，神的道存着他，
Because God's seed remains in him,
因为神的道、神的种子在他心里，
John says he cannot
所以
sin.
约翰说他不能犯
You
罪，
can't keep living a lifestyle of sin
继续活在一种
Why?
犯罪的习惯和生活方式当中。为什么？
because he's been born of God.
因为他从神而生。
Please,
哦，注意，
I beg your attention.
请你注意听啊，好
I
好注意
believe。there are people here
我相信我们当中有人啊，
that if you don't understand the gospel, you're going to leave here today
如果你不明白这个福音，你离开这里啊，
and you're going to continue to think
你就
you're
会-
all right with God
你就会继续自以为你跟神没问题啦，
because of this low and cheap view of grace.
因为这个对恩典的低估、廉价恩
And
典。
when you die,
当你死的时候，
you will die separated from
你
God.
会跟神永远的隔绝掉。
John is
好，
saying
这里约翰
that
在
the
说，
moment someone becomes a
当一
Christian,
个人真正成为基督徒的那一刻，
God does something to him or her.
神就在他身上行了一件
He
神
puts
迹，
his seed or his life
他
in
会把
him.
他的道，就是他的
The life
生命
of God，
他的
comes
种
within
子，神的生命就进到他里面去了。
That life within
这个里面的生命，这个种
will
子
not let you keep on the course of sin indefinitely.
不会允许你继续犯罪下去，继续的放纵下去的。
That's why John said in the first chapter,
所以约翰在第1章啊，
Verse
约翰一
6
书一章6节说道：
if we say we have fellowship with God
我们若说与神相交，
and walk in darkness,
却仍在
disobedience,
黑暗里继续的反叛悖逆的话，
we lie
就
and do
是
not practice
说
the
谎
truth.
话，不行真理了。
You see,
看到没有？
conduct does not save you.
你的好行为不能救你，
Conduct is the evidence of whose slave you are.
但是你的好行为证明了到底你是谁的奴仆。
If you claim to be under grace and yet you live as a slave of sin,
如果你自称我在恩典之下啊，但是你活着却像一个罪恶的奴仆的话，
then you prove you're not under grace.
那么你就证明了你不在恩典之下。
Conduct either validates or nullifies your claim.
你的行为要不就证明了你的宣称，要不就否定了你的宣告
The。apostle is saying in our text is this.
今天我们使徒保罗所说的就是6
He
章，
is holding out his hands and he's saying to you,
他正在伸出他的手，他在
here
向
is
说：哎，
real
看
Christianity.
看这个是真正的基督徒。
Those who live under grace
那些在恩典之下的人，
demonstrate that they are under grace
他们会显明、会证明他们是在恩典之下，
because
因
they
为
no longer serve sin.
因为他们不再服侍罪恶了。
They have a new master and
他们
it's
现在
grace.
有一个新的主人，就是恩典，在恩典之
Grace
下，
has liberated them from their old master, sin.
恩典释放他们，叫他们得自由，从那个罪恶的主子下面得释放了。
Which means this
这个意味着什么呢？
grace is more than the forgiveness of sin.
恩典不仅仅是罪得赦免而已哦，
It is also the power to break the dominion of
恩
sin.
典更是能够断开罪恶锁链的能力。这是恩典，
That's what Jesus said.
这是耶稣说的。
John 8:34.
约翰福音8章3、4节，
Most assuredly I say to you,
我实实在在告诉你，
whoever commits sin is a
凡
slave
犯
to
罪
sin.
的都是罪的奴仆。
Again, he's not talking about a momentary sin,
他讲的不是那一刻犯罪啊，
but a lifestyle.
而是一辈子的整个生活方式都在罪中，沉溺在罪中。
Let
犯
me
罪的
ask
是
you
罪
this
的奴仆
question.
让我再问这个问题：
Have you been set free
请问，
from the rule of sin?
你从罪恶的辖制之下得到释放，得到解脱了吗？
Sin is no longer the norm of your life.
请问罪是否还是你生活的主子？
I didn't say you don't
我
sin.
不是说你一点罪不犯，十全十美啊，
I said
我乃是说，
that it's not the norm.
不再是你的正常生活方式犯罪，你得释放了吗？
Brother Danny shared with us from
纯明弟兄
a psalm that he read last night.
啊，刚刚跟我们分享了他昨天晚上读了一篇诗篇呢。
The righteous may fall,
义人跌倒，
but God will uphold him.
神会托住他；
The righteous may fall,
义人
stumble,
可能跌倒，
but they don't utterly fall and
但是
stay down.
不会全然 扑倒，
God lifts them up.
因为神会托住他。
When a Christian sins,
当一个基督徒犯罪，
it's like a little boy, a little
就
child,
像个小孩儿
walking with his father in the park.
跟着爸爸在公园里头行走。
That little boy's hand could barely reach his daddy's hand.
那个小孩的手就抓不到爸爸的手，个子太小了。
You see the picture?
你
The
看那
little
个
boy walking in his
看到
father's
没有
hand,
那小孩想要抓住爸爸的手，
and the little child trips,
那小孩就扑通通就跌倒了。
falls, he stumbles. But as he falls to the ground,
当他跌到地
he
上
knees up, bruise his nose.
他膝盖受伤了，鼻子伤了，
No. Why? Because the father has him
他
in his grip.
没有彻底下去，因为他的爸爸抓着他的手。是基督徒可能犯罪，
Utterly fall,
但是我们不会跌倒以至于
not to
爬不
rise
起来，
again.
以至于爬不起
Oh
来。
no, our
不会
Father
的，
holds us.
我们的天父会托住我们。
Has the dominion of sin ceased in your life?
请问，罪恶的权势在你生命中断绝了那个力
And
量吗？
now righteousness
如今
is the norm.
成了你正常的
If
生
not,
活。
if
如
not,
果不是的话，
oh my friend,
亲爱的弟兄姊妹、朋友们，
stop being deceived by the
不
enemy.
要被仇敌欺骗了。
You're yet to be saved. You need Christ today.
你需要拯救，今天你需要基督，你需要真正
Run to
重生
him.，
你要
Don't
奔
delay.
向他，不要再犹豫了，不要再
Cast off the lie and find the truth in Christ.
你不要再受欺骗，你要在基督里得到真理释放。
For Christ promised
因为
that the truth will set you free.
基督应许了真理要使你得自由，
Because the truth is,
因为
you sell yourself to whoever your master is.
你把自己卖给谁做奴隶？
If your master is sin,
如果你的主子是罪，
you have sold
你就
yourself to it at a price.
已经把自己卖给他了。
Don't forget this.
别忘了，
Sin requires a payment.
罪需要你付代价的哦，罪要付代价的哦。
If you continue to live life as you think best,
如果你继续随心所欲，照着你的生活方式去
and
生
you
活的话，
pursue the things of this temporal, ungodly
你
world,
继续追求这个暂时的不敬虔的世代的那些享乐的话，
you may get what you want.
你也许随心所欲得到你所要，如愿以偿了。
The pleasure,
世界的享乐，
the approval of men,
人的认同，
The fine home
夸赞好房子、好车
the
子，
beautiful cars,
哇，都有了。一无所缺
sex.
放纵你的
Pleasures
私欲，哇，享受。
You may even get your fame and
你甚
fortune.
至在世上出人头地，发了大财，成功发
But to
达。
get those things,
你要得到那些东西
you
的
will
话，
have to pay
你必
for it.
须要付代价。
And what you will pay
你所付的代价，
is your own soul.
你自己的灵魂，你的生命，
Beware.
小心啊！
I don't care what you tell me with your lips.
不管你嘴巴怎么讲，怎
You
么
may
宣称，
argue with me today
你也许跟我辩论，说
and say, but I am a Christian.
但我是基督徒，我信啊，
At least I'm a good person.
至少我是个好人呢。
How can God punish me if I'm a good
如
person?
果我是个好人，神怎么能够惩罚我呢？
Why should I be afraid of the wrath and justice of
我
God?
没什么好害怕神的公义的审判，问心无愧啊。
There are a lot of people sitting in churches just like this,
今天很多人啊，坐在教会里，就像现
who
在，
with their mouths
他们
confess that
嘴
they
巴
are
上
Christians
承
and that
认
they're good.
我是基督徒，我是好人，我行善，我信。
Don't pay attention to what they say.
不要关心他们嘴巴怎么说，
Give attention to how they live.
你要看他们怎么生活，实
Listen
际
to
生
what
活。
Jesus said.
注意耶稣怎么说？
Matthew chapter 7 and
马
verse
太第7
15.
章15节，
Matthew 7:15.
马太7章15
This
节
is，our Lord Jesus,
这是主
God
耶
in
稣
flesh.
道成肉身神的儿子所说的话。
Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing,
你们要防备假先知，他们来到你这里，外面披着羊皮，
but inwardly they are ravenous wolves.
里面却是残暴的狼。
Imagine that.
你可以想象，
People in the church,
这些在教会里的人
they look like Christians.
看起来像基督徒，
They can even bleat and sound like a sheep,
他们甚至可以说话像羊一样，
but inside
但是
they're
里面
ravenous wolves.
里头却是那残暴的狼。
And then Jesus said,
然后耶稣说，
you will know them by their
凭着
fruit.
他们的果子就可
Their
以认出他们。
lifestyle, in other words.
换言之，他们的生活方式把自己显明出来。
Do men gather grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles?
荆棘上岂能摘葡萄呢？蒺藜里岂能摘无花果呢？
Even so, every good tree bears good fruit,
这样，凡好树都结好果子，
but a bad tree bears bad fruit.
唯独坏树结坏果子。
A good tree cannot bear bad fruit,
好树不能结坏果子，
nor can a bad tree bear good fruit.
坏树不能结好果子。
Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire.
凡不结好果子的树，就砍下来丢在火里。
Therefore,
所以，
By their fruit you
凭
will
他
know
们
them.
的果子就可以认出他们来。
Who is your master?
到底谁是你的主？
Who are you serving?
你到底在服侍谁？
You see,
你看，
there's only two masters in this
Jill-
world.
世上只有2个主人，你可以选
Not a
择，
third, not a
没有
fourth.
第3个，只有2个选择余地。
And these two are polar opposites.
这2个是恰恰相反的，在2个
You will
对立
either
面。
serve one or you will serve the other.
你要不就服侍这个，要不服侍那个。
And there are many people
今
who
天很多
think
人
they're serving Jesus and they're not.
以为他们在服侍主耶稣，其实不是，
Their sin has them blinded.
其实他们的罪叫他们瞎了眼了。
And therefore, you cannot serve two masters
因
at the
此
same，time.
一个人不能同时服侍2个主。
It's what Paul is saying. Again,
这
verse
是保罗说
16.
的。我们再看16节啊，
Don't you know that to whom you present yourselves slaves to obey, you are that one slave whom you obey?
岂不晓得你们献上自己做奴仆，顺从谁就做谁的奴仆吗？
You can't be serving Jesus a while and then go back and start serving sin a while.
你不能
No.
够一下子又服侍主耶稣啊，过一阵子又跑去服侍罪了，去
Paul
犯罪
has
去。
already explained that a Christian is no longer under the dominion and rule of sin.
保罗已经解释了，基督徒不在罪恶的权势之下了。
What are the consequences of serving your master?
服侍你的主的结果是什么？最后的后果是什么？
Well, again, the apostle tells us.
再一次，使徒保罗告诉我们，
He says in the last part of verse 16, whether of sin leading to death
16节啊，最后面讲到，
or of obedience leading to
或做
righteousness.
罪的奴仆以至于死，或做顺命的奴仆以致成
Now
义。
bear with us. This is a little
请稍微耐心一点，这里有一点
In the
复
end,
杂啊，
you'll
但最
understand.
后你会明白的。
Look at what he's contrasting
哦，
here.
注意啊，他在对比哪2件事？
First, he's contrasting sin with obedience.
首先，他在对比罪和顺服，对不对？
Don't you think that's a little odd?
你觉得奇怪不奇怪？有点不相称，对不对？
Wouldn't you contrast sin
你会
against God?
你会说这个犯罪跟神做对比才
But
对，
Paul doesn't.
但保罗不是这样对比，
He contrasts sin with obedience.
他把犯罪和顺服做对
Here's
比。
the reason why.
为什么呢？
He wants you to understand
他要你明白啊，
that the present consequences
这现在的结果，现在的下场，
of these two contrasting lifestyles.
这2种生活方式现在的结果，
The law leads to sin
那律法导致
Why？
犯罪，为什么？
because you can't perfectly obey it.
因为你不能够完全顺服律法，你就
If
会
you
犯
break
罪。
one law, you've broken them all.
你只要触犯一条，就触犯了所有的律法。
And grace leads to
那
obedience.
恩典呢，会导致
Why？
顺服。为什么？
Why?
为什么恩典导致顺服？
Because you're good?
因为你好吗？
Because God who is good is in you,
不，乃是因为那位美好的神在你里面运
giving you
行，
both the will and the power to do his good
好
pleasure.
像你行事能够遵行他的旨意，要你立志行善，都是出于他的，他
What's
给你
the
恩典。
consequence of sin here?
好，这里犯罪的结果是什么？
He says it always leads to
他
death.
已经说，犯罪会导致死亡，罪的工价乃是死。
Here he is speaking about the end result, eternal death.
他这里讲的是犯罪的最终的结局啊，是永远的死。但是恩典呢？
Grace
恩典
leads to
会
righteousness.
导致成义。
Again,
好，再一次啊，
that does not seem an equivalent
这2者
contrast.
似乎不平衡，对不对？
You would
这个
think
比
he
较
would
不平
say
衡。他应该这么说，你会认为啊，
obedience leads
啊
to eternal
顺
life.
服导致永生，对不对？
He will make that comparison in verse 23.
当然23节他会这样比较，没有错啊。
But here
但是这
again,
里再一次啊，我们看到
he's saying to you, will you
他在
listen
告
to
诉你
him?，
你在听吗？
Just because you're 2,000 years down the road since Paul wrote these words,
保罗写这些话之后的2000年
doesn't mean he's not talking to you.
并不意味着那从前的话跟你没关系，
These are the
息息
words
相
of
关。
God
这是神的话，
who inspired this man to
这
write
是
these things.
神默示保罗写出来的话，跟我们
This
息
is
息相
God
关。
speaking to
这
you
是神
right
在
now.
向你此时
Listen.
此刻在向你说话，注意听啊！
He wants to prove
他要证明给你听，
that grace produces obedience,
恩典在你生命中会产生
and
顺
obedience
服，
produces a righteous life.
顺服会导致一个公义的生活来。义
Not justification kind of righteousness,
不是你因信称义的那种义，地位上的义而已，
but a lifestyle of
乃是一
holiness.
个生活上的圣洁的义。
We're not saved by our obedience.
当然，我们不是靠顺服来得救啊，
Our obedience proves that we have been saved.
但是我们的顺服证明了我们已经称义得救了。
Have you been saved?
请问你得救没有？
Can you know you are? Yes.
你能够知道你是个得救的人吗？可以的。
You say, well, I don't do bad things
你
like
说
others do.
我不像别人一样做那些坏事儿，
Therefore,
因此
aren't I obedient to God? Therefore, am I not obedient
我
to
难道
God?
对神不顺服吗？
Beloved,
亲爱的弟兄姊妹，
obedience is not just the avoidance of bad
哎，
deeds.
顺服不仅仅是避免那些坏事儿、
It's
犯罪
also
的事儿，
the pursuit of the
更是
good.
更是追求美善的事、
Listen
公义的事
carefully.。
注意听啊，
Do you love
请问
holiness?
你爱慕圣洁吗？你追求圣洁吗？
Do you love God?
你爱神吗？
Because whoever you obey,
因为你顺服谁，
he's your master.
他就是你的主
And you
人，
have sold yourself to that master.
你就把自己卖给那个主人，
You
献给他。
have sold yourself to Christ.
你把自己已经献给基督了。如何献给他？
By offering your complete person to him.
借着把你整个人都献给他。
And the Bible says
圣经说，
that if you offer, he will give you payment.
如果你给他献给他，他
What
会
was the payment?
还给你代价。那个工价，那个重价是什么？
And ye are bought with a price.
圣经说你是用重价买回来的
The，incorruptible blood, the precious blood of Christ.
就是那不能玷污的耶稣基督的宝血。
To know God, you sold yourself to know him.
你把自己献给他，卖给他，好叫你可以认识他，得到他。
And like a slave, you took control
就像一个奴仆一样，
and you released it and gave it to God.
你把自己卖给神。
This is not a servant we're talking about who's paid for his service.
这不是一个仆人为他的服侍在付工价，不。
Paul is purposely using the word of a slave,
保罗故意用这个词啊，
property,
奴隶，这是一个
purchased
这是一个
by
产业，
another.
另外一个人所买回来的产业，奴隶这个产业。
You said,
你说
I see how wonderful he is. I see what he's done for me.
我看到的我的主人是何等的美好，他为我成就那么大的事情，
I want his life in me.
我愿意，我有他的生命在我里面。
What do you require, my Lord?
我的主啊，你向我的要求是什么
I？ just want you.
我只要你自己
Here I am.
我在这儿，
Here I am.
我在这儿献给你，
Because you love him.
因为你爱他。
Do you love God?
你爱神吗？
Do you enjoy spending time with him in prayer?
你在祷告的时候，你享受他的同在
Do
吗
you？enjoy the people of God?
你喜欢跟神的百姓在一起交通
Do you
吗？
glorify God
你是否荣耀神呢？
and long to be like him?
你是否愿意更像他呢？
See, this also is obedience.
这也是顺服，这是顺服，
This is the way of the slave of God, of the
这
slaves
是
of God.
这是神的奴仆的生活方式。
So I conclude.
所以我做结论了。最后，
This message may have seemed hard to you.
这篇信息你听来也许好像
Certainly, probably,
很
if you're not a
厉害，
Christian,
特别是如果你还没有真正成为
very
基督徒
difficult to hear.
你听起来好像难以吞咽
It's
呢。
hard to stomach it, isn't it?
你听不进去，是不是？
To have your own soul revealed
这个信息也光照了你的灵魂的真实境况。
And everything you believe was true about you has been proven to be false.
你以为自己是这样的人，但是神的话语光照你，叫你看到并非如此。
It's got to be very difficult.
所以忠言逆耳，听进去很不容易。
But if God has shown this to be true about you,
但如果神用这篇信息光照你，让你看到自己
then I
的
want to
真相，
encourage you this afternoon.
那今天下午我要鼓励你，
He
要劝
doesn't
勉
show
你。
everybody their sin.
他不会把所有的人的罪都曝光的。
He doesn't always come to a person and make them to know how wicked they really
他
are.
不见得会每一次都会光照一个人，叫他看到他自己如何的罪孽深重。
If God has shown you
但如果
a
神
glimpse of your
今天
dark heart,
今天光照了内心，让你
you
看
ought to
到
thank Him right now.
看到一眼，你里头
You
是
ought to
何
be
等的黑
rejoicing.
暗，你应该欢喜快乐，你要感谢他才对。
Take courage, take hope.
你要欢喜快乐，
He's
要有
here.
指望，因为他在此，
He's here
他在
to
这儿，
redeem you.
他在这儿为了就是要拯救
That
你，
means to buy you,
他
purchase you,
他要把你买回来，把你赎回来，把你救回来，
take you out of the dominion of sin,
因为他愿意把你从罪恶的权势之下拯救出来，
bring you into the glorious liberty of the sons of
把
God
你带进神的儿子的荣耀的国度里。
who rejoice in Him. Slaves, God's slaves,
神的奴仆会因着他的主人而欢喜快乐，
who delight in His mercy and goodness.
他会因着他的怜悯、他的慈爱而欢喜，
And have found Him to be the best master.
而且发现他原来是最好的主，
And
最
if-
好的主。
And if they had 1,000 lives to live,
如果他们有1000个生命可以活下去的话，
they would gladly give Him each
他们会
one.
甘心乐意把1000个生命完全奉
He
献给这位
is
主，
that good.
因为他是如此的美善。
Trust Him right now.
现在就信靠他，
All He asks,
这是他
that's
的
the
要求
only。payment,
他只要求这些，这是你要付的代价。
the only work He asks of you.
他要求你做的唯一的工作
Trust me
就是信靠他，
that I can transform your life
因为我可以改变你的生命，
and make you holy just like my Son.
使你成为圣洁，跟我的爱子耶稣基督一
Believe.
样。
Oh, I pray
真的信靠他，
you
我
will
请求你
believe Him right now.
现在就信靠他。
Let's pray.
让我们祷告。
Holy God,
圣洁的神啊，
Lord, I am nothing
主啊，我一无是处，
but a sinner that you took mercy upon.
不过是一个你所怜悯的罪人。
I know I don't deserve to be standing here in front of these people
我知道
declaring your word,
我不配站在这儿宣告你的话语，
but you've given me grace,
但你给了我恩典，
undeserved kindness and goodness.
是我不配得的你的慈爱和恩典。
Because I am your son,
因为我是你的儿子，
I can ask of you, my Father,
所以我可以请求我
and
的
you
父
will，hear me.
求你听我祷告，
I'm asking you to save people right now.
求你此时此刻就施行你的拯救。
The deceived,
那些
open his eyes.
上当受骗的，愿你开他们的眼睛；
The hypocrite,
那些假
save our
冒
Lord.
伪善的，愿你也拯救他们。
Oh, fetch, gain glory for yourself right now
主啊，此时愿你得到你当得的荣耀和颂赞，
in the redemption of sinners.
借着救赎罪人，使你得荣耀。
We love you
主啊，我们爱你，
and we declare you're better than any master.
我们宣告你比世上任何的主人都好，
Your yoke is easy and your burden is
因
light.
为你的轭是容易的，担子是轻省的。
Blessed be the name of our God.
愿我们的神的名得着荣耀和称赞。
Amen.
阿门。